The Miracle League of Harford County is a nonprofit organization that believes everyone should have a chance to play baseball. They believe participants with all abilities should have the opportunity to play on a typical field. Join us in the next 30 minutes as we meet the volunteers, the coaches, the families, and the players that all make the Miracle League the great success it is today. I'm Christy Breslin, and this is Harford MagaScene. Tom Walls is the president of the Miracle League. I am lucky enough to call him a friend, one of the most dedicated, passionate people you will ever meet, and he is here to tell you about the Miracle League and why it's so important to not only him, but to his family as well. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Christy. Thank you for coming out today.
Thanks for having me. Tom, how is it that the Miracle League really serves the disabilities community?
We take any player that can't play in a rec council ball team. So if they have autism, Down syndrome, muscular dystrophy, or any of those other disabling diseases, we'll take them and put them on the ball field and let them play. We'll teach them as much as we can teach them.
Now let's talk about the field. The field is state of the art. It was under construction for such a long time, and so much thought and energy and dedication went into making that dream a reality.
The field is a rubberized surface. It's latex free, but it's an all flat surface. They actually call it a pour-in surface because it's rubber granulars dyed to the color of the field. So the green is actually green dye on the stuff when they pour it. The brown is brown dye. The white baselines, the white bases, home plate are all white granulars. But it's a very durable field. They've had fields 15 years old. The only thing they do is reseal them, clean them and reseal them. It lasts better than the artificial grass turf that they use today.
Now, right now, how many players do you have? I mean, you started with a certain number and now you've really grown.
In the spring of 2021, we started with 30 players, or we ended the spring of 2021 with 30 players. We ended the fall season of 2023 with 125 registered players.
Wow.
And we believe there is room for plenty of growth yet.
And to make a league like this happen, how do you raise the funds for this?
We look for donations. A lot of people will just donate money. We do have a golf tournament in October of every year. The real expenses we have are the insurance to cover the field and the players. And then we buy uniform shirts and hats for every player every year, because if you play in a rec council league, you're going to get a new shirt every year. So we felt our players deserve the same thing. The buddy system on the field, we have a buddy for each player, especially the younger ones. The older group, the 14 and up age group, the buddies aren't as necessary, but we do keep buddies on the field, especially with some of our big hitters. But we try to have a buddy for each player on the field for the younger group, which is age 5 through 13.
You are so dedicated to this cause. You're so passionate about it. You've put so much energy into it. Why is it so important to you?
Well, I had a cousin that was 3 months older than I was that had Downs, and looking back on that, we never had him involved in playing ball when we get together and play. And we've had some other friends and family members that we saw that had disabilities, and they never got involved in anything like this. And to see the smiles and the eyes light up on some of these players when they hit the ball for the first time, or they run the bases, or they maybe not hit it off the tee, but hit a pitch, which is pretty good for some of these players, it'll just warm your heart. And if you go out of there not smiling, shame on you, because you're got a dead heart. That's all I can say. If you can't smile when you see this action on the field.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what are some of the biggest needs that you have right now for the league, and what can we do as a community to help?
Well, we're always looking for players. We can take more players age 5 and up. I mean, we've got, our oldest player is 78 years old, and we've got a 74-year-old, and we've got a 70-year-old. So we do have some older players, but we'll take age 5 and up. Our next thing we need probably is some more buddies. We have a great response from the Harford County school system, especially students that play baseball or softball. They come out and they support us. The Harford Community College baseball team has been phenomenal as far as coming out and being buddies and helping us. With Rob Sargent, I think you'll find out that we even did a game with the Harford Community College baseball team, and our players loved it. But it's just support like that is more than anything else we could do.
Now, for anybody that wants to become involved, I mean, why wouldn't you want to? If you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, or maybe somebody wants to become a buddy, how do they go about doing that?
www.miracleleagueharford.org. There's a buddy registration list, there's a player registration, and there's a donation tab. So any of the three will get it done on that website. Or come out to the field. Just come out on a Saturday morning from 9:30 to about 1 o'clock. We're there, and we'll sign you up or take the donation, either one.
Tom, thank you again so much. So excited to have something like this in Harford County.
Thank you, Christy.
Now, you mentioned you got a lot of really important people involved, and coming up next, we're going to speak to the head coach and get his take on these wonderful players that are all involved in the Miracle League. Well, it is my privilege to introduce you to the head coach of the Miracle League, Mr. Rob Sargent. Rob, thanks for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you, Christy. It's wonderful to be here.
Rob, why did you first become involved with the Miracle League? And why did you feel like this was such a good fit, particularly for you?
I've known Tom Walls for quite a while, and through a church that we both went to, I was asked at the time to get involved with a youth sports ministry from a Christian perspective. And Tom was the treasurer of the church, and he had known that I had volunteered and ran this program through our church for 3 or 4 years. And so when Tom had this vision, Tom called me one day and he said, "Hey, would you like to get together? I want to propose an idea to you." And he introduced the Miracle League. He and Sharon, his wife, introduced the opportunity. And I said, "Hey, sounds like a perfect fit for me right now, and I'll do whatever you need me to do." So that's how I got involved.
On that note, what are the many benefits of being involved, not only for the players, but for their families?
Well, you know, I've been with the game of baseball for doing at every level, from a player to a coach to an umpire, and I've umpired at the highest levels. And the Miracle League is the greatest opportunity of the greatest experience of anything that I've done with the game of baseball. And just to have an opportunity to be in the presence of these individuals. And, you know, and I say it, and it sounds like a small thing, but we get the opportunity to be with a Miracle League participant an hour a week. And the parents live with the Miracle League participant 24/7, 365, and they live with all the challenges of a person with disabilities. And they trust us. And it's an awesome responsibility that they give us, because they trust us to work with their children or their family member. I'm so used to coaching, and I call everybody kids, but some of the kids are as old as I am or even older. But they trust us to be with their loved family member, and I just know how much that trust, how much went into creating that level of trust. And so I just go all out, and it's a life-changing, all you have to do is just be out there one time working with someone with special needs, and it's a life-changing event. You don't want to do anything else.
How many games are there, and how often do you hold practices?
Well, during the course of our season, we're underway every Saturday with our population that goes from the ages of 4 years all the way to unlimited. And we're usually out there about 6 or 7 hours on a Saturday. We go from like 9:30 to 1 or 2 o'clock. But then also during the course of the season, for people with special needs that are age 21 or greater, we meet with them 2 times a month on either a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And we get great support from the volunteers of the Bel Air Lions Club comes out and helps us. But we work with members from the ARC of Harford County, or I think it's just called the ARC now, and the Aspire and the Harford Center. So we have programming in the daytime set up for those individuals with special needs that are 21 years or greater. And then just in the fall program that we just concluded, we got together with a select group of individuals of all skill levels, and they're not all great talented players but they just had a great heart passion. And we put together a team called the Harford Miracles. And we had a practice once a week with this group to teach them more and more about the game of baseball. And they thrived and had a great time. The baseball team from the Harford Community College came out and helped us out each and every week. And ultimately, at the end of the year, we played a game, and we gave the Harford Miracles an opportunity to play the Harford Community College baseball team, and it was an incredible event.
Rob, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. It is so appreciated here in Harford County.
Thank you once again, for the opportunity.
Of course. And the Miracle League has made such an impact on so many players and their families. We're going to hear more about that coming up. Now we're joined with another one of our Miracle League families. We have Ethan, John, and Connie Golding. Thank you all so much for being with us today, and we are so excited to hear about Ethan's experience. So great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Chrissy.
Thank you.
John, when is it that you first heard about the Miracle League, and what intrigued you to become a part of it?
We actually met with Tom at the Ripken game, where they were there with the Miracle League talking and kind of promoting the league. Previous relationships with Mr. Walls, we had conversations and kind of see where we want to go from there. The Miracle League itself for Ethan, it's a release for him, but it's socialization. He's able to get out there and do things that others are doing, more atypical people that are able to do. Everyone there is doing the same thing. Everyone there is always smiling, having a good time. They're there for each other. The volunteers, the players, all the way from 5 years old up to 77.
Ethan, tell me about yourself. Why do you love baseball so much, and why do you like the Miracle League so much?
I love baseball because I like to spend time with friends and meet new people.
I want you to tell me about the experience that you had playing in the National ML All-Star Weekend in Tennessee.
It's actually pretty fun. Once when I first got there, I was pretty excited. I couldn't wait for the first game. I thought it would be today, but it was actually the next day. So I got to see my buddies there, got to play on the team. I don't know if we won or not, so.
But you had a good time, right?
Yep, I had a good time though. Saw the mascot from Miracle League, and it's been a long time since I had done that, so don't really remember a lot.
But you remember it was a good time, so
Yes.
that's the important part.
Uh-huh.
Now, John, how has being involved with the league changed life for you, your family, and of course your lovely wife, Connie?
It's been incredible. The changes, just to see the changes in Ethan alone, with talking with other people that he used to wouldn't really go up to, has been a big change for him. Our entire family with Connie and myself and our other son, being able to help and be out there and volunteer is something that we've all enjoyed and will continue to do in the future. But it's about the players and the kids and being there to support them.
John, what has the experience been like for you working with the members, the volunteers, and all the people that are on the league currently?
Absolutely incredible. I couldn't imagine a better experience at the fields, off the fields, at the All-Star game, just to see everybody that is here with the Miracle League of Harford County and just the level of care that goes into it.
And what is it like working with the coaches and Mr. Tom and Miss Sharon and Miss Katie?
They help me stay focused when I play and tell me what to do, so help me out, and they're all great. So nothing else to say.
Well, John, you have something else to say. What would you say to other families that are thinking about getting involved? Yes or no?
Stop thinking about it and get out there. You won't regret it. Even for having your families out there just to watch, the crowds, to hear everybody cheering on individual players, to hear kind of when they get up to bat announcing those players. Ethan Zilla's up to bat. Mm-hmm. It's an experience that I never would have imagined was out there and available before.
Thank you all so much for being with us today, and we are so glad to hear it's been such a wonderful experience for all of you and that you're going to continue to be a part of the Miracle League.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, coming up next, we're going to hear more firsthand experiences from some of the families that are involved with the league and why they continue to keep playing the wonderful sport of baseball. I'm joined with proud mom Jessica, and she has Dominic and Hendrik here, both members of the Miracle League. And Jessica and I were talking off air, and she just said that this has been just such a blessing for her family, and they are all here to tell us why. Jessica, thank you for being here. You've got two wonderful kids in the league. You've got Dominic, you've got Hendrik. Boys, what do you think of the Miracle League? Is it good?
It's awesome.
Perfect. Great answer.
What did you think? Awesome.
I couldn't describe it any better myself. Now, Jessica, tell me about the boys and how you first got involved with the Miracle League.
So we've been with the Miracle League for probably about a little over 2 years now. We had heard kind of like from a friend from a friend kind of deal. We went up there with Dominic to play, and he played for about a season by himself. And we had been leaving Hendrik home, and then we brought Hendrik with us one time, and he showed an interest in it. And then Hendrik kind of joined in and started playing. Dominic suffers from autism, and we're actually going through some brain cancer treatments and such now. And that's why Miracle League is amazing, because he'll still be able to continue to play in the spring and into the fall with his new found brain tumor and treatments and everything. Hopefully it won't slow anything down with that. And then Hendrik is getting much better now, but he was born with a vision delay. So it worked out perfect that he wanted to come play with his big brother in Miracle League.
Dominic, what is your favorite part of being involved with the Miracle League?
It's playing shortstop.
And Jessica, what would you say has been the best part about this whole thing for you and the boys?
I'd say for me, it was meeting other parents that have children with special needs. Miracle League is phenomenal. They have been able to accommodate so many children, just not even so children that are in wheelchairs, children that have walking devices, children of all cognitive levels. They're phenomenal. So for me, it was meeting other parents and being able to have that connection with other parents that, our kids come and they play and they have fun and they enjoy themselves, and it's fun. We cheer on all the kids. Like, if they hit the ball or if they don't, we cheer them on. And like, Dominic loves it because he gets to go, and we've met other friends, right? Friends from our neighborhood that we didn't even know we had in the neighborhood. And he's got to meet a ton of friends, and his self-esteem has, skyrocketed, because it was very difficult for him to play team sports in, typical sports, baseball and such, and it was just really difficult. But he loves Miracle League. He's always asking when he can go. Hendrik the same. He gets to go, and he not only helps the other kids, because he's a pretty smart six-year-old, right? Yeah.
And so Hendrik, scream to me, what's your position in baseball?
My position I like to do is batting.
All right. So you have some really talented players, Jessica.
Yes.
So tell me about the relationship you've formed with the team, the coaches, and the volunteers.
Oh my goodness, we love all the coaches. They're so nice. All the volunteers. We do the parade with them. Last year we did Havre de Grace, and the year before that we did Bel Air, right? So they get to do all these different fun activities. We haven't met anybody we haven't liked.
Oh my gosh.
They're so nice. They just love our boys like their own.
Now, with the boys being involved for as long as they have, I know that there's a lot of experiences that you've had that are positive ones. But is there any one experience that maybe you could share with our viewers?
Oh my goodness. So they do lots of little events with Miracle League. So we had like the Philly Pretzel Company they brought pretzels and they spilled out Miracle League in pretzels.
Oh.
And the boys thought it was the coolest thing. So, and then the guy, what was his name? The
Fanatic?
The Fanatic? Was that who it was? Yeah.
Really fanatic.
I think that's who it was. Yeah, he came and he played on the ball field with them, and they were running around. The Oriole Bird came, and the Oriole Bird came and played out with them. It's just so nice seeing all like the support from the community that comes out and plays, and they just have so much fun. They just enjoy it.
Well, we are so glad that they're involved. And boys and Jessica, if you can, on the count of three, just say, "We love the Miracle League." 1, 2, 3.
We love the Miracle League.
Thank you all so much for being on the show. Love having you. And boys, what do you have to say?
We love baseball.
All right, thank you so much. And coming up next, we're going to hear some more heartwarming tales of people that are involved with the league and why it means so much to them. I am lucky enough to be joined today with Mark, Barbara, and Elliot Brown. Now, they're here to tell us about how they got involved with the Miracle League and how it has pretty much been a life-changing experience for all of them. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Good to
We're
be
happy
here.
to be here.
Barbara, tell me about your son, Elliot. Great kid here and seems like he's really enjoying being part of this league.
Elliot loves to play sports, is very vivacious, happy. Likes to go out with his friends a lot. He loves basketball, baseball, soccer, and we've got a great big community around here and a great
Oh, absolutely.
group of friends, yeah.
Mark, when is it that you first learned about the Miracle League and why did you decide that it would be something good for Elliot to be involved in?
Well, it's been great for us. We found out about it through the group of people that Barbara was mentioning and signed up for it, which was a very easy process, and Elliot has loved it.
Barbara, what is it like as a mom seeing your son out there having such a great time playing the game that he loves?
I mean, it's so much fun. He loves to rile up the crowd and like get them cheering for him when he's about to bat. And we get to, have time with our friends, talking and cheering for everybody. It just makes his day. He looks forward to it every week.
Mark, talk about the schedule and the time commitment. Is it workable for your family?
The time commitment is being at the games, primarily. There are 3 different groups as far as the games being played, and each game is about an hour. Elliot has gone on to play on some additional teams, and that takes more time because we spend a long time practicing. That might be an hour to 2 hours when that's in session.
Barbara, since being involved, I know you've formed a lot of friendships. You've made a lot of connections. So talk about some of that.
Well, I mean, we already have a big community of friends around here, and so we get to see them and just spend time, talking to them before and after, sometimes during the games. I've also met some new people, particularly some of the volunteers and players, moms that come, and that's been awesome. He's got one of the coach's daughters, Coach Bob's daughter, Anna, has formed a great relationship with him. She goes out on the field with him, and he just loves to see her, misses her when, she has to miss a week. And so that's been really special. They went to Florida also, so we got to spend time with them there.
Mark, Elliot was in the 2023 All-Star Weekend in West Palm Beach. What a great experience for him, and what a great experience for your family.
We did. There were 2 players from the Miracle League in Harford County that were asked to go down to that, and it was a great weekend. there was an opportunity to watch a game of the All-Stars of the All-Stars. And it was in a big stadium, even larger than the Ripken Stadium that we have up here in Aberdeen. And then there was a chance for them to play. And Elliot got to play as a player against other folks from around the country. So that was a great time. And they ended it with a dinner that was really quite well done.
Barbara, it means a lot talking to people that have had a firsthand experience being involved with the Miracle League. So from what you were telling me, you would highly recommend this to others.
I've recommended it to everyone. It's just all around a great positive experience. The Walls family has been wonderful through the whole process. Coach Rob has been so supportive of all of our boys. They even played a game at HCC that he put together, which was fabulous. It's just all around just a very positive experience.
Well, thank you all so much for sitting down and talking with me today. And it's so nice to hear firsthand about the difference that the Miracle League has made in so many lives, including yours. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Christy.
And we're going to hear more from people that are involved with the league and why they continue to stay involved. Stay with us. Jaden Saunders is a volunteer here at the Miracle League. He's here to tell us about his experience, his role with the league, and why he continues to serve them. Hi, Jaden.
Hi, Chris.
Jaden, you have a very important role with the Miracle League. So tell me a little bit about what you do for them.
So it all started, I'm a buddy for us. So that just means I come out and I support the kids and I help them and I learn to show them how to play the game of baseball. And being able to do that means a lot to me because I love the game and it's nice to be able to teach these kids how to play the game that I also love. So being able to do that means something both to me and to these kids, and seeing how they react from it, it's a great thing to see.
Oh, absolutely. Now, how did you first find out about the Miracle League?
So my freshman year at Aberdeen High School, it was during, right after COVID, so we still had to wear our masks and everything. People were just now starting to get back out in the world. And my coaches brought up to me, they're like, hey, there's this organization, special needs kids to learn how to play baseball. You guys should go volunteer and see how you like it. So most of the team at that point, we all went up there, and I just fell in love with it from the very beginning.
Jaden, you're a senior at Aberdeen High School, and you hold 2 jobs. So how do you make the time to put all this dedication and energy into the Miracle League?
It's a lot of balancing things out, but I make sure it's high up my priorities, and I got to get it done. So when I can and stuff, especially between tournaments too in the summer, got to make it work. So I do what I can, and so I can be there.
What is the best part about working with the kids?
Best thing for me, I think, it's just seeing everybody come together for a good cause and a good reason, having a positive outlook on the community, and knowing that we're all here for each other to produce something so great.
And in your opinion, do you think playing on the league has helped them with their confidence levels?
Oh, I think it's made them all soar. You see every week you're there from the very beginning, seeing some of these kids that have been here these past 4 years, their growth from then to now. They'll walk, before some were even shy even. Now they'll come up to you, you can have a full-blown conversation about anything, not even just baseball, and the kids love it.
Do you have any story or memory that you can share that really tells the importance, really drives home the importance of being involved in a league like this?
I think when I first started out and just getting to learn more about each kid individually and forming bonds. I have some that I have stronger bonds with than others. For instance, LJ. He's one of my buddies. I believe he has Down syndrome, and he wasn't at first he was very shy and not as, productive in terms of playing the game of baseball. He didn't know. So I wanted to be there for him, and we got really close that way. And now, pick up a bat and wants to throw, catch everything, run around the entire field the whole time he's there. Great stuff like that. And a lot of the kids see that, and they also start to do it too. So as one does it, all of them will do it, and then the next thing you know, you have a whole team of kids ready to go.
Jaden, thank you so much for everything that you do. We are lucky to have people like you involved in an organization like this.
Yeah, no problem. It's always nice coming out and volunteer for the community to help others out anytime.
The Miracle League has made a difference in the lives of so many.
Christy, I just wanted to say that the families are what make the Miracle League what it is. Yeah, we have some volunteers that help, but it's the families coming out and participating the way they do that really make it.
Well, Tom, we want to invite everybody to participate, so once again, give our viewers the website and how they can get involved.
Miracle League website is www.miracleleagueharford.org.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the show today. We hope you get involved. I'm Christy Breslin. We'll see you next month on Harford MagaScene.